Hello students, welcome to the video sessions of web technology. We have already started with the unit 6 and from that we have also seen few sessions. So in last session we have started with the EJB and we have covered some points like overview, its types, benefits, architecture and technology. So from EJB only there is one last point, that is JNDI lookup. So that we are going to see in this session. So actually it is a context and that is acquired with EJB. So we'll see in detail what actually JNDI lookup is. So JNDI is the Java naming and directory interface, that is the Java API for directory services, and that allows Java software clients to discover and look up data plus objects via name. The client of any enterprise bean obtains a reference to an instance of an enterprise bean through either dependency injection using Java programming language or JNDI lookup using the Java naming and directory interface syntax to find the enterprise bean instance. So in simple wording, any client of enterprise bean obtains reference to an instance via the Java programming language or JNDI lookup. So applications that run outside any Java environment service or J2EE server managed environment, such as Java applications, that must perform an explicit lookup. So JNDI supports a global syntax for identifying these Java J2EE components, and it helps to simplify this explicit lookup. So this JNDI is actually a directory service that allows lookup of resources, and every resource like an EJB, a data source or a JMS queue running on any application server is given a JNDI name, which will be used to locate the resource. And all the servers have default scheme for assigning JNDI names, but it can be overridden to provide some custom names. So in general, like all Java APIs that interface with the host systems, JNDI is independent of the underlying implementation. Additionally, what it does, it specifies the service provider interface, that is SPI, that allows directory service implementation to be plugged into the framework, and it also makes use of server, a flat file or a database, and the choice is up to the vendor that which thing to select. Okay, then the typical uses of JNDI include like connecting a Java application to any external directory service. It can be address database or any LDAP server. Plus it allows Java servlet to look up configuration information that is provided by the hosting web container. Then the JNDI architecture consists of an API and a service provider. So actually JNDI is an alternative to injection. Clients of an EJB can obtain a reference to session beans proxy object using this JNDI. So this alternative can be used in cases where injection is not available, such as in non-managed code or standalone remote Java AC clients, or when it's necessary to programmatically determine which bean to obtain. At that time also this JNDI or injection is used. Then the JNDI names for EJB session beans are assigned to the EJB container via the global scheme or application scheme or model scheme. Okay, so the global scheme applies it with the Java all these things like having scope like global application or module, they all apply the scheme by using Java language only. But the entries that we are going to see that how that name pattern is actually working, those are made for optional things. Okay, so that we'll see in detail. But a single bin can be obtained by any name matching in patterns and depending on the location of clients. So clients in same module can as the required bin can use the module scope and larger scope, and clients in same application as the required bin can use the app scope and higher. So the SPI enables a variety of naming and directory services to be plugged in transparently, and therefore it allows the Java application using JNDI API to access their services. So to use this JNDI, you must have the JNDI classes and one or more service providers. Okay, the basic thing or basic need to use JNDI is you must need classes and one or more service providers. Okay, so the JDK includes service providers for the following naming directory services, that are lightweight directory access protocol, okay, that is LDAP, plus common object request broker architecture, that is CORBA. Okay. Then common object services, COS, name service, then Java remote method invocation, that is RMI registry we call commonly, and domain name services. So these are mainly used in JNDI lookup. So with the architecture, you can see at level it is having the simple Java application, because all these scopes that are given with the server or the general convention are used with the Java language only. Okay. So we are looking at this architecture. So you can see there is a Java application, and first the implementation possibilities like LDAP, DNS, NIS, NDS, RMI, and CORBA. So these things that we have mentioned here are the service providers for naming or directory services. Okay, so for using JNDI, you must be having the JNDI classes or uh, and one or more service providers. Okay, so JNDI class is compulsory, plus one or more service provider is also compulsory. Okay, you can use one, or there can be many service providers. So in figure we can see at the basic level there are the service providers. Okay, LDAP, DNS, then NIS, NDS, RMI, and CORBA. So these are also contained in the JNDI SPI. Okay, so this JNDI SPI is nothing but the JNDI's service provider interface. Okay, then at the upper level there is naming manager. So this naming manager is for giving this JNDI namespaces, okay, for portable JNDI lookups like Java Global, Java Module, or Java App. So in that, the Java Global JNDI namespace is portable way of finding remote enterprise bins that also using JNDI lookup. Okay, so basic thing about Java Global JNDI namespace is it is a portable way of finding remote EJB using JNDI lookup, and the address is given in the form as Java global, and in square bracket the application name is given. So the entities or the entry that is given in square bracket it denote the optional part. Okay, so the optional part here, the optional part become the application name plus, then after that we are providing module name or enterprise name bin, and again the interface name is optional. So application name and module name default to the name of application, and module minus the file extension. So the application names are required only if the application is packaged within ER, and the interface name is required only if the enterprise bin implements more than one business interface. So this is about the first addressing, that is Java global, and second namespace is Java module. So Java module is defined with the specification like Java module / enterprise bin name, okay, and in square bracket interface name. Again the interface name is here optional, okay, but other things that are outside of square bracket are compulsorily used and must be provided. This Java module namespace is used to look up local EJB within the same module. Then the JNDI addresses using the Java module namespace, and the interface name is required only if the enterprise bin implements more than one business interface. Okay, so there is need of interface name that is provided in square bracket. Okay, as told, it is an optional entity and it will be used or it will come into existence only if the EJB implements more than one business interface. Okay, then the third namespace that is used by JNDI is Java app namespace. Okay, this Java app namespace is used to look up the local EJB packaged within the same application. Okay, it is for local application. First namespace we have seen was Java global, that was for remote EJB finding. Another Java module that was used to look up local EJBs within the same module, and the third namespace, that is Java app, is used to look up local EJB packaged within the same application. Okay, so don't get confused with same module and same application. Then the syntax for this Java app namespace is Java app, and the module name is given as optional entity, so it is provided in square brackets, and other things with slash, that is EJB name, is provided outside the square bracket. Again it is following the interface name, which is an optional entity. So the module name is optional and the interface name is required only if the enterprise bin implements more than one business interface. So we will see with example this thing. Okay, that will take some time. Okay, so the for example, if any enterprise bin, for example we will keep its name as my bin, that is packaged within a web application and archived with myapp.war, then the module name is my app. Okay, because it is archived with the package myapp.war, that is war. Then the portable JNDI name is Java module / my bin. Okay, where the EJB name we have kept with the package my bin, right? So an equivalent JNDI name using Java global namespace will be as Java global / my app, okay, where my app is your module name / my bin. Okay, that is the EJB name. Okay, so this format should be followed while naming the namespaces that are used with this JNDI lookup. Then the third thing comes with the JNDI API. This API is used for having giving the interface between directory services that will allow to look up the resources. Okay, and every resource like an EJB, a database, or any JMS queue running on the application server is given a JNDI name, which will be used to locate the resource. And after that, the application will be executed with the server side or with the given platform. So this was about the JNDI lookup architecture, and in exam there may be question for 8 marks. It was asked in May 19 as well, and December 18th question paper, that was write EJB code to acquire JNDI context through default JNDI properties and separate JNDI properties. Okay, so simply you have to write down the JNDI's related things, that what it is made up for, what are its features, and lastly you can just roll down with the example by providing the namespaces that are used in standard way in this JNDI lookup. Okay, so the next thing that comes with this is unit is the main part, content management system, that is CMS. So this is the another important part of this unit. Okay, and it is based on the computer application specifically. So we'll see in detail what a CMS is and how it is playing a role in web services. Okay. So CMS, in that we are going to see introduction to CMS, and two main components of it are WordPress and Joomla. So firstly, directly moving to CMS overview, the introductory part we will see. So a content management system is a computer application that supports the creation and modification of digital content. It is specifically designed to help you manage your organization's digital assets. It will include your web content as well. So you can use a CMS alone or integrate it with any other business applications. Plus you can set it up directly on your network and use a web-based solution, or run the software locally on your computers. Okay, so you can use this alone or you can integrate it with the other business applications again. Okay, so CMS is an application, more likely it is web-based, that provides capabilities for multiple users with different permission levels to manage all or a section of content, data, or information of any website, project, or internet application. So managing content refers, what this managing content is, it will refer to create, edit, archive, publish, collaborate, report, distribute, and distributing this website content, data, and information. Okay, so managing comes under this all categories. Okay, so how these things are related with the content management system, that we'll see. So before that, the CMS features vary widely, and most CMS include web-based publishing, format management like history editing, version control, indexing, search, and retrieval. Okay, so search and retrieval we have seen in many ways, like if you want to search anything on your Google search engine, that at that time you fire a query at your Google search, and it will then take your information that is from client side, it will send to the server side. It may be via HTML page, or it may be HTML server or any JavaScript. Okay, so intermediate thing can be anything that we have seen via all the technologies that are used in the web technology, and it will check up for the related resources that are available at the server side. And at the server side, if the required quantity or collection of data is present, then it will send it back to the client as response, and it will be in client understandable format only. So these all things are managed with the CMS as well. Okay, and CMS features vary widely. Then this is designed to support the management of content of web pages. So web content includes text and embedded graphics, photos, video, audio, maps, program code, for example application that displays content or interact with the user. So CMS is dealing with all these things. Okay, so it is giving you some access to change, modify. That means it is overlooking this editing of all these little things. Okay, it is also considering the creating, editing, archiving, publishing, collaborating, reporting, distributing of data, plus uh, the web page or the web content related data, like it can be text or embedded graphics, or it can be photos, videos, audios, maps, or any program codes. Okay, so that will be interacted with this user via the CMS. So such a content management system typically has two major components, that are first a content management application, that is abbreviated called as CMA, and second content delivery application, that is CDA. So CMA is the front end and front-end user interface that allows user to add, modify and remove content from a website. Okay, in simple language, as the front-end user interface that allows user with a limited expertise that will help to add, modify or remove content from website without the intervention of a webmaster. Then that CMA is a GUI, that is graphical user interface, that helps the user to manage the creation, modification plus removal of content from a website without having knowledge of HTML. So it is not necessary to have a webmaster for modifying the contents or editing any content with this help of CMA. Plus the second important component is content delivery application. This CDA compiles the content and updates the website. And the content management system has four major divisions, like authoring, workflow, storing and publishing. So in first division, that is authoring, a creation of web content is made in a suitable environment. In second division, it contains workflow, and it describes the roadmap of the content on publishing it. Then third is storing. This division is a process of holding content on the database. And fourth is publishing. It is the process through which the stored content is delivered. So all these things are related with the CMS, okay, and its components. So CDA component is mostly used to provide the backend services which support content management, and it's delivered delivery once it has been created in the CMA. Okay, after creation After being created into the CMA, that is content management application, or the first component of your CMS system, then it is being delivered with this CDA. Then the examples of CMS are WordPress, Joomla and Drupal, that we have listened many times, and that in detail we are going to see in this things. So basically, when you are talking about the advantages of CMS, or that features that we will take into look, as can vary about various CMS offerings, but as specifically talking about the advantages, then we will see the core functions are often considered to be indexing, search and retrieval, then format management, revision control and publishing. Okay, so the core components as advantages of CMS that are considered with are that are focusing with these indexing, search and retrieval, format management, revision and publishing. Okay, plus it provides indexing as well, search and retrieval features to access the data easily. Okay, with indexing it is giving you all the results in faster way other with the other search engines. Then it also allows users to search the data by attributes, like it will allow you to use with the keyword or the publication date or any author. Plus CMS provides the format management facilities, with the help of which we can convert scanned paper documents and legacy electronic documents into any HTML format or PDF documents. So basically focusing on shortly talking about the advantages with points, we can see it is a reduced need to code from scratch. Second point, it is easy to create an unified look and feel. Then it is having a version control, plus edit permission management is given with this CMS. Okay, then talking about the disadvantages, actually the CMS is having the limited or no ability to create functionality not proposed in the CMS, like layouts or web apps that cannot be considered into this CMS, and increased need for special enterprise and training for content authors. So special expertise or training for content authors must be more needful, because in CMA it is not requiring any expertise for the web modifications or web addition, but in CDA it is having much requirement. So these are the advantages and disadvantages of CMS. So other features that we can add to the CMS can be it is SEO friendly URLs, then it is group based permission system, plus the integrated audio audit logs are provided with the help of CMS. It is full template support, and customizable templates are also easy to use, so that the CMA can carry out all the things easily. Tools for one-to-one marketing are provided by the CMS. So this type of marketing is the ability of any website tailor and its content and presentation, including advertisement or for any specific user, you can say, and with the help of information given by the user or corrected by the site. For example, we'll see, consider a user visited a search engine and searched for books, and then the advertising banners regarding the feature shops that sell books will be flashed on a website. So these tools are provided by the CMS. Okay, so what it will do, it will contents and presentation advertisement, okay, for any specific user. So if one user is searching for books, okay, so the books related advertisements plus the sellers that are selling those books will be flashed on your system. Plus another user is searching for anything like food recipes, so it will be flashing the food recipes books plus the things or the food recipes that are available nearby marketplace. So all these things will be overlooked and modified with this content management system. Then we will consider which factors should be considered while selecting CMS. So there are various factors which can be considered while selecting any suitable CMS for the organization. Though we consider the basic expectations from CMS like it should be easy to use editor interface, then intelligent search capabilities are provided or not, then the number of people utilizing the application, whether the CMS will require multi-language support, what size support team will be needed to maintain the operations that are being carried out, plus the level of control both administrations or the end users will have when using the CMS. Then the diversity of electronic data forms that is used within any organization, and all types of digital content should be indexed easily. So these are the basic factors that can be focused before starting with the CMS. Okay. So nowadays CMS is being used widely for personal plus enterprise use, and a large number of both free and subscription based CMS are also available today. So the SharePoint, Documentum, M-Files, Joomla, WordPress are some examples that are used with the or that are based upon CMS system. From that, the SharePoint is the set of various types of cloud and web-based technologies which helps to store, share, and manage the organization's digital information. Plus, Documentum, that is the tool that provides to perform various operations like store, retrieve, etc. in a rapid manner. It also provides a fine-grained access control, so it is also used widely. Then M-Files app that you are using, that is also manage the electronic documents with the help of meta tag based approach, which is used in CMS. Plus Joomla, that is WCMS, that we call it a web content management system. It is free and open source, and it is built on MVC framework. So the script of Joomla is written in PHP, and it provides features like caching, blogs, search and support for language internationalization or language translation. Another example we can see is the WordPress. WordPress is also free and open source WCMS, and it is based on PHP and MySQL. So it can be used in internet hosting services, and it can also be deployed on the local machine and acts as an own web server. So in blogger community it is very famous. Okay, so all the blogs are mostly written with the WordPress. So from these examples like SharePoint, Documentum, M-Files, Joomla and WordPress, we are going to see Joomla and WordPress in detail, like how they are making use of CMS. Okay, so we'll start with the WordPress first. WordPress is online open source website creation tool written in PHP, but In non-geek speak, it's probably the easiest and most powerful blogging and website content management system in existence today. Because you can see, you might have used WordPress for your just for fun, or many of you must have helped someone to create this website, or you also can try by yourself as well if you want to load your contents, or you want to do advertising of your brothers, fathers, or your own business. Okay, or also you can make up, for example, your mom is fond of making the recipes, and you are also want to make it a business look. At that time you can just record and make that publication with WordPress as well. Okay, so these are the things that are related with WordPress today. And WordPress is a CMS system which is used to build blogs and websites with dynamic content. So nowadays WordPress is most famous blogging system available on the internet. Okay, it is used worldwide and it is very famous. Okay, um, from all of the languages, or from all of the systems that are providing free access for web designing, the WordPress is famous. Okay, and different operations like updation, customization, and management of the website from its backend, CMS, and components is possible using WordPress. Then the features of WordPress include the user management, media management, theme system, then extended with plugins, and search engine optimization, plus multilingual and importers. So these are basic features of WordPress. So the user management, it allows managing the user information, such as changing the role of users, create or delete user, change the password and user information. So this comes under user management feature. Then the media management, it is the tool for managing the media files and a folder, so in which you can easily upload, organize and manage the media files on your website. Third feature is theme system. It allows modifying the site view and functionality, plus it includes images, style sheet, template files and custom pages. The fourth feature is extend with plugins. So the number of plugins are provided which has custom functions and features as per the user's requirement or user need. Fifth feature added with this WordPress is search engine optimization. So various SEO, that is search engine optimization tools, are provided to make the SEO of site effective and simple. Then it is multilingual, like the entire content can be translated into user preferred language. And the importers, the added feature to WordPress is the importers allow importing data in the form of post. It imports custom files, comments, post pages and tags. So these become the features that are used in WordPress. And the it comes under the basic tool of this year content management system. So WordPress is basically known and famous so much because of its simplicity, flexibility, plus user management control, media management control. Then easy theme system is provided here. It is extended with more plugins, plus built-in comments are there. For example, your blog is your home, so your comments provide a space for your friends and followers to engage with your content. So WordPress comment tools give you everything you need to be forum for discussion and to moderate that discussion as well. Plus the importers are provided, like WordPress comes with the importers for bloggers, live journal, movable typepad, Tumblr and WordPress. Plus it is licensed under the GPL, so you are free to use WordPress in any way you choose, like install it, use it, modify it and distribute it. So it is full of features, and so that it is basically used and famously used tool by the CMS. Then community, as the most popular open source CMS on the web, WordPress has a vibrant and supportive community. So this WordPress allows its users to gain full control over their content, like their files, documents, and allows to have the design and display that they want. Okay, users don't have to know any coding to publish content using WordPress. So anyone who is not having any software knowledge or any programming knowledge, he also can make its own contents to be displayed on website with the help of WordPress. So it is an open source content management system, and it is mainly based upon MySQL and PHP. The main features of WordPress are that it includes plugin architecture and a template system which helps in handling the format of contents easily. And along with this WordPress, there are two versions available today, like hosted, which is available at wordpress.com, and it is software as a service tool, that is SaaS. And the second version is self-hosted, so which is a piece of software that can be downloaded from wordpress.org, and we can install it on the web server. So the themes allowed to user to change the appearance of the WordPress website without changing the code or the content. Okay, you can just the users who are giving more importance to look, they are also uh, using this WordPress because it is giving the chance to create to change the theme or appearance of this website without changing the code block or any content. And basically WordPress comes along with a theme directory which allows various free themes. However, the premium themes are available for purchase for marketplaces and individual developers. A developer can also create his own theme called custom themes. Then the main thing about WordPress is it allows managing the user information, such as changing the role of users to contributor, subscriber, author, editor, administrator. Then create or delete the user, change the password and the user information. The main role of user manager is authentication. Plus it allows modifying the site view and functionality. It includes image, style sheets, template files and custom pages. And it is become or it has become already the tool for managing media files and folders, in which you can easily upload, organize and manage the media files on your website. Several plugins are available which provide custom functions and features according to the user needs. Okay, it is packed with a lot of features for every user. For every feature that's not in WordPress core, there's a plugin directory with thousands of plugins. So these are the main and very basic features of WordPress that make it very used very widely over the world. Okay. Then The advantages again came with the same things actually. It is an open source platform and available for free. Then it is speeding up the website. It is better search engine rankings, and it saves some of the server's resource consumption. Plus, CSS files can be as per user's need used there. There are many plugins and templates available for free. It is very easy to edit the content, as it uses that allows the user to directly manipulate the layout of document. Then media files can be uploaded easily and quickly. All the points that I have told you just now are covered with these advantages as well. And it also offers several SEO tools which make on-site SEO simple. Plus the customization is easy according to users' needs, and it allows creating different roles for users for websites such as admin, author, editor, and contributor. So if we are focusing on the disadvantages, so the using several plugins can make the website heavy to load and run. As told, it is a added feature to WordPress, that is it is providing near about 1,000 of plugins if any program is not available in the WordPress. But this adding added plugins can make the website heavy to load and run. And PHP knowledge is required to make modifications or changes in the WordPress website. Okay, so any basic programming knowledge you need not to worry about, but the PHP knowledge is somewhat required. Then sometimes the software needs to be updated to keep the WordPress up to date with the current browsers and mobile devices. So it is basic need of any software, and updating WordPress version leads to loss of data. So a backup copy of website is required, and modifying and formatting the graphic images or tables is somewhat difficult with this WordPress content. So if we are going via the installation process of WordPress, we need a system requirement for WordPress, like database must be MySQL 5.1 5.0 plus, and the web servers required are WMP, that's Windows, then LAMP, Linux, XAMPP, multi-platform, and MM, Macintosh. So these web servers can be easily add this WordPress on your site. Operating system can be any cross platform, and browser support should be Internet Explorer 8 plus, Firefox, Google Chrome, Safari, Opera, and PHP compatibility, that is PHP 5.2 plus, and download WordPress using the link. The link is provided below, but nowadays it is provided with the WordPress name only, so you can get it downloaded to the installation. So for creating store database, you need to set up the wizard, and you need to extract the downloaded WordPress folder and upload it into the web server or localhost. So these are the simple steps that are being used for the installation, and you can see, just following these instructions you can get with the form. Like lastly, after you will get the form, like if you have to enter the information about MySQL database, and it is shown in the below diagram. For example, you have kept the username root and password root, okay, and database host will be localhost. So after submit, you will see another dialog, like WordPress checks the database setting and gives the confirmation screen as shown in the snapshot, and at that time you have to just click on run the install. After that it will start this setup. Okay, and installation will be actually taken place. Then the administrative information is needed to be added in the form. Okay, it contains site title. The site title is the name of site which you are going to create in the WordPress. And username, the username as per choice you can write, plus password as well, and then email. That are the basic details that are asked by WordPress. And privacy, it allows the search engine to index the site after checking the checkbox. So after filling all the information, just click on install WordPress button and it will be installed. After installation being successful, we will get a screen like stating success. It is shown in the following screen. Okay. You can view the username and password detail added in the WordPress, and then you have to just click on login button, and again you have to enter the login details to start with. So this is about installation steps that are being carried out with the WordPress. Then the dashboard of WordPress will be shown in the as shown in the diagram. So here's the sidebar that compete with the full menu of options. So it is providing so many options that you can see. Okay, so many applications and plugins are also there. Users, you can see the appearances. At the appearances, it is providing you themes, customization options, and widgets. Plus there are so many menus, headers, background. So many options are there to make any changes with or change the theme or appearance of your site. So you can use any of these for your successful website. Okay, and in the appearances you have opened that tool. So we can see there is a sub menu of the appearances tab which appears when you hold the mouse over it. Okay, so many options are provided as the main menu, plus main menu is having the sub menu with many options or side options. Okay, so here you are good to go with WordPress now. Okay, so this is about WordPress. Okay, we have seen in detail how to use it and what are its features. Okay, so I have told all these things in very detail because you can also make your own thing. Okay, so please go via all these things that I have shared today, and follow all the steps that are given as the installation things, and you can make your own site. And after successful installation, you are good to go for your own site. Okay, so in this session we will stop here. In the next session we will continue with the Joomla, that is another example of CMS based system. Okay, so in this session this is enough for today. Okay, we'll meet you in the next session. Till that, take care. Thanks.